How's that for a cool transition? Got it right at the right spot. Pow pow. What's happening, everybody? Thanks for coming by. Mark, Dave, the big one. Not in the VR world just yet tonight. How's it going? Just woke up from the Notify? Sweet. That's a perfect Notify. Do you have it like turn the lights on in the room and stuff? I have lights. I have a light that turns on when Frank starts streaming and a light that turns on when Travis starts streaming. And they're different colors, so I know who it is. I know Frank's pretty consistent, so it's easy to know who he is. Hey, Warlock, how's it going? IoT Hoff, Zolt. All right, fellas. Andre, Jim. All right, Padre Tiempo. How's it going, fellas? Having a good day. Having a good day. I had a crazy night last night. As you know, I was broadcasting from the secret bunker, which is the call room. The call room from the hospital. I was on labor and delivery all night, and it went pretty well, except that I got up like 3 times in the night to do things, and so it took away all my opportunity to sleep. So I haven't, but I did come home and sleep a little bit, and now I'm just cruising. Hey, buddy. Oh, Dawson's gonna come join me. He's just hanging out. All right. My wife wants to know how long the live stream. Hour and a half. Probably not more than that. The girls are watching a movie. My little ones are watching a movie. Janice isn't home. So she will be home. The wife will be home. My wife will be home in about an hour-ish. And the girls, their movie will be done about an hour and a half. So that's probably about the time we'll stop. 5 hours, yeah. Not Frank. I don't have that kind of stamina. Stamina? Sleep comes later. That's right. That's right, Quindor. Oops. Oh, the girls are going to be upset about that. You got to watch where you're going, buddy. Oh, I know why Dawson's up here, because his phone's dead. He came up here to plug in his phone. He just went Godzilla all over what the little girls were playing with earlier today. What is the Office Lock MDI icon? Oh, it's swords. It's crossed swords. I love MDI icons. I love trying to find fun ones and using them in different places. Did you see the bathroom, the boys' bathroom one? So there's a 3D printer one. This is my soldering iron one. I got some plugs. I got keyboard LEDs down here. I like the text-to-speech one. Bathroom one, the closet light one, and then this one, the boys' the shower. This is where the toilet is, the toilet room in there. And it's a nuclear bomb thing. Yeah, crossed sword. So let's find it right here. I think if you just type sword, it'll show up. Yeah, right there. Sword-cross. Sword-cross. It's cool, eh? How's it going, Art? Stringy, how's it going? All right, everybody. So did you guys see, got your plugs converted? Fantastic, Fi, fantastic. I had one brick on me. I got these, and they're pretty good. This was, company sent me these, and I did a little review already on them on Amazon. Amazon. They're good. The best thing about these is that they fit next to each other like this, and they don't cause a problem. Unlike, of course, these, which we all know cause a problem with pretty much every other kind of smart plug. However, my favorite is still the S31 because it's got power monitoring. And if you look at these two, the S31 is actually smaller. You can fit 2 S31s next to each other, and you can fit one of these next to one of those. So those are all. Anyways, the Sonoff S31 is still my favorite because it has power monitoring. This one's good, though. This one I got not long ago. These are, obviously, all the rest of these are Tuya. But yeah, I did a Tuya convert on this one. And, well, actually, now I don't know which one it was. There's 4 of them here on my desk. One of them doesn't work anymore. I don't know which one it is. But, yeah, I did the Tuya convert. Everything seemed like it went well. But then it just would never come back up. Like it would. I can't get the Wi-Fi to show up, and the button doesn't do anything, and its default is off. So it's like useless right now. And I'd have to open it up. Oh, this is the one. Is it? I should be able to figure out which one it is because I started to try and pry it open. Because that's what I'm going to have to do. It's this one. Yeah. Yep, it's definitely this one. Yeah, I'm going to have to pry it open. The only way to salvage it now is to get in there. And my guess is that they're using one of the pins that shouldn't be high or low, when you start them up. and that's why it probably won't start up. That's my guess. So, oh, let's see. Wait, somebody was just asking, do I think the new person component can be shown in a floor plan? That's a great question. I don't know. I haven't monkeyed with it yet. But I think I'm going to soon. And I'm hoping maybe I can use some of these Pi Zeros and maybe a couple ESP32s to do, Bluetooth tracking of people in the house. Haven't gotten that far yet, but that's what I hope. But yeah, it should be able to. That's what we want. I'm sure you can. We'd have to talk to some of our Lovelace experts about that. Speaking of which, now is a great time to plug this thing. So next, not tomorrow. I'm streaming tonight because I can't stream tomorrow, and just because I wanted to. Like I need a reason. But tomorrow I can't stream because I'll be on labor and delivery again all day. Next Sunday, so March 10th, I'm gonna have Dynotech, Darren, I think is his first name, come on the stream and show us his Lovelace, and he's got amazing stuff. Isabella had really, really, really cool stuff, really cool, and she's done a lot of great work on it. But Darren's is even more than that. He's even got, like, he was showing me, he's got an outline of the dashboard that changes color based on stuff like red, yellow, and green, maybe based on the alarm or stuff like that. So he's really done some pretty intense graphic work on his Lovelace. So it'll be fun to have him on. That'll be a really good stream. So that'll be next Sunday. Lost 2. Oh, can't get them to pairify. Yeah. I guess if that's the case, I mean, once they crap out like that and they don't finish, I mean, they don't come back up after you've flashed them, I think you got to crack it open. That's all there is to it now, unfortunately. Hello from the very winter stormy Nova Scotia, Canada. Hey, crazy editor. Yeah, are you guys getting that big storm? There's a big storm on the east coast of the U.S. right now. We're getting a storm here, for goodness sakes, and we're like 2,000 miles from there. But I thought we were done with snow. We are not done with snow. It is still snowing. Just wondering if you've loaded Tasmota on any D1 minis all the time. Lately, having a devil of a time getting your Mac to recognize an Arduino. You know what, crazy editor? That is a Mac problem. No. That is a well-known and unfortunate Mac problem. The Mac drivers for, I guess I can use, which one do I have here? I have one I can show you. This one looks a hairy mess. So these have, these all have their own little, I think it's that one down there. These have their own little USB serial adapter chip on them, right? So instead of, like with a Sonoff, you have to have the separate FTDI or USB serial adapter on there. These and the Node MCUs and whatever other kinds of boards like this, they usually have their own, right? If you can just plug a USB port into it like this, then it's got its own little chip. And the problem is Mac doesn't like this chip. So I've had it. I've done the stuff that you need. That's Discord screaming at us, by the way. I've done it, and I've had Mac recognize it, and I've been able to flash it, and then it goes away. And then I've tried to get it to work again, and it's not working again. So it's unfortunate, but it's a Mac problem. If you do a bunch of Googling, you can probably figure it out. Oh, Darren's here. Oh, look at that. Almost there with the sleep screen alerts. All right. Hey, I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek because he just sent me this. I wonder if he's here. Dino, are you here? Oh, yeah, he is on the stream. There he is. Okay, good. All right. So look at some of this. We're just going to give a little sneak peek here, Darren, okay? And let me know if you're not Darren. I guess. Dynotech. But anyways, this is a cool looking screen. Look at this. I love these kinds of icons. They're just colorful and they pop. So cool. And then so that's the tablet screen. And then here's some screen alerts with different colors around the border and stuff. Look at that, man. So cool. That is so cool. Mrs. Z's is going to love it. All right. Yeah, I'm excited. I've been trying to get Dynotech on for a long time, and excited to finally do it next Sunday. So it'll be awesome. Hey, Doc, have you used the analog on the D1 Mini in Tasmota? Yes, I have. What did I use it for? I used it for, hold on, don't tell me. I did use it. Holy cow, how did I do that? And what was it for? Oh, I know what it was for. Oh yeah, that's right. I never finished that. It was for, so I did a Tasmota multi-sensor. So I did Ben, Bro Automation's multi-sensor. I think I probably dismantled it and I just gave up on it. It worked. Other things came up, other priorities. Oh, Janice is just, oh yes. So my Zoe is at a gymnastics meet. Here we go. This is a squirrel moment, right? Because I totally forgot what I was just about to tell you. And now this popped up. My wife just sent me a text. They're at a gymnastics meet. And Zoe just got her best scores she's ever gotten. 8.75 on the floor, 7.9 on the beams, 8.4 on the vault, and 7.3 on the bars. So hopefully she'll get some medals today. That'd be great. She needs to get some confidence. She does a great job, but she hasn't won. She hasn't been better than third in a long time. All right. Where was I? Oh yeah. So what I used the analog pin on the D1 Mini and Tasmota for was the ambient light measurement. There's a photoresistor. So here's what you do. Here's the trick. If you're going to do something like that, where you're using some of those funky sensors, like anything that's analog, or I know like the 18B20 temperature sensors. There's a few different sensors that require you to kind of tweak Tasmota a little bit. And fortunately, if you go to releases on Tasmota, you can grab, what? Oh yeah, okay, this is just information on how, this is interesting, this is new. Provided binary downloads, this is what you want. And you want this one. If you do this sensors, so sonoff-sensors.bin instead of just sonoff.bin, I guess he's got Sonoff here, there's Classic here, BG, TW, WPS, and Smart Configuration. So they've got a few nicks. I don't know what this one is. This is new. It's still changing so fast. And I've honestly I've been doing so much more ESP home lately. I haven't been on here a lot. But this is what you want. If you grab this Sonoff sensors, let's see if what is it? Available features and sensors. Oh yeah, good. So then if you look down this chart, you can see here where it says sensors. These are what's included. Okay. So it's got this. So like this, the DS1820 sensors are ready to go. And then look at this. The I2C sensors are ready to go. I don't remember what all these are, but anyways, these are just a bunch of sensors. And I'm pretty sure that using that binary also sets you up to be able to use the analog pin for whatever you want. It'll just give you some value when you put it on there. I don't know which one of these it is, or if that specifically even matters, but it does. If you use that binary, it should be set up to use the analog pin. Okay. How's it going, Ray? Logan? Do you mind going over detail regarding the Banggood giveaway? Thank you, Logan, for bringing that up, because yes, I definitely need to go over that. Okay, so if there's been a lot of goings on in the Banggood DrZzs world. Rudy has been my guy for a while now, and he's been good to me, and apparently I've been good to them because they. I looked it up. I can't imagine it's right, but I'll tell you anyways. According to my little Banggood account, I've helped in the last year plus through my affiliate links. People have bought almost $40,000 worth of stuff from Banggood. $40,000 I've helped Banggood sell. So, hey, Victor from Portugal, how's it going? Hey, Peter, Willington, how's it going? So anyways, I guess they're happy with me. I'm sure there's probably other people that have helped them even more than me, but they're happy with me. So, Rudy on Friday, I think it was Thursday or Friday, came to me and said, "Hey, I want to do this thing with you because you've been a good affiliate or whatever, and we want to give you some special codes to give away that will be for products that we will give to the people who have the codes at cost. So they're not making any profit off of these codes that they're going to give us, which means whatever they pay for the item is what we're paying for the item." That's what Rudy says. I mean, how do you verify that? You can't. But he's a good guy. I trust him. Anyways, Banggood buddy. That's right. Rudy, my Banggood buddy. Yeah, should not be repeating that. So anyway, so what we've done and what we're gonna hopefully do over and over again, if it doesn't take me too much time all the time, is we're gonna set up a little lottery. So first thing we have to do is decide on a product. In this case, I think most everybody got really excited about the opportunity to get an inexpensive 3D printer. But pretty much anything that's on Banggood's website is fair game. And Rudy said the higher priced items, the better the discount. And specifically things like RCs and phones, I guess. So the remote control stuff, maybe drones and such, and phones. They can give us even bigger discounts on it, but they can give us a good discount on anything. So what's going to happen is we get to decide which product, and we picked for the first one, we picked the Ender 3. And when I looked it up, I was like, wait, the price keeps changing over the last couple of days. All right, Shocker, thanks for following, buddy. That must be Twitch. Thanks for following on Twitch. I need to have a different thing for Twitch and a different thing for YouTube. Ender 3. Yeah, so I guess it's not the Pro. It must be this one. So I think the latest price he was quoting was $169 was what they're going to be able to give it to us for. So should be pretty good. But anyways, you'll have to do you want to do some upgrades probably to make it, I don't know what, Pro level. But anyways, this is the 3D printer. It's pretty entry level, but the people who have these are very happy with them. And so if you don't have a lot of money and you want to get this, getting this code from Rudy is going to be the cheapest way you're going to be able to get it. I think, probably. So what we do is, so we've chose that item. Now we've started the giveaway. So the giveaway is for the lottery number, right? So to do that, I set up this channel in the Discord server, Banggood Lottery. And if you just click this little pin, this will come up. I'll pin every time we do a contest. I'll pin it, and so it'll pop up. So what you do, it says react with the ta-da to enter. That, I think that means you put it here. You do like this, but if you click on that ta-da, it also like counts another 1. So I think that counts as well. But since I'm not sure, do both. So if you've clicked this, or if you've gone to this Discord channel and you've put in this ta-da icon like this, then you're in. Okay, it knows who you are and you're in. And then this tells you how much time is left. It'll end tomorrow, for me, tomorrow at 3:45 p.m. So right now it's 6:30. So in 21 hours, well, I guess it says it right here, 21 hours and 22 minutes, it'll end. And when it ends, it'll automatically pick 5 winners. Now I think Rudy's going to be able to give us 5 more. So we can probably just re-roll and reselect 5 more when this one's done, I think. If not, we'll figure out a way to get 5 more of them out. But anyway, so once those tickets are out, once we've picked those 5 winners, then Rudy will give those 5 people the code. Okay, it'll be this special little magic code, and he'll give you a special link to use. You go to Banggood, you use that link, and you check out, and it should give you the price at their cost, the lowest price that they're going to be able to give anybody for that item. There was some I thought shipping was going to be included. Maybe shipping's not included. So I wish I could tell you for sure. So you may have to pay shipping, but we'll see, I guess. And then that's it. But you buy it, and you have 24 hours to buy it. So the code's only good for 24 hours. And if we want to keep doing this, if this is a good thing, we want to keep doing it, then we need to make sure all those codes get used. So that's why I was hesitating to do 10 codes right away. This seems pretty popular, so I don't think we'd have a problem using 10 codes for this one. So that's kind of the gist of it. Does that answer everybody's questions? No, US only, no, crazy editor. No, it should be worldwide. It should be worldwide. In fact, I think it's going to ship from the China warehouse. And that knocks a little bit of the price down too, but I don't know for sure. I don't know why it matters. I mean, to me, it's like, oh, you buy something from Banggood, whatever, they can work out which warehouse you buy it from, but that isn't how they work. Unfortunately, it seems like they've got a Chinese warehouse and a US warehouse, and I don't know, maybe a European warehouse too. I don't know. But yeah, that's that's the gist of it. Did I answer that well enough? And then if I know Rudy, he's gonna want to reload and do this again like right away. So we'll see how it goes. I think doing this at least once a month is going to be definitely a thing. Maybe once a week. I don't know about every day, just because it takes time for me to sort through this and figure it all out. And even if it's not a ton of time, it's a couple hours. A couple hours in every day or every other day. It's kind of a lot to try and put into this, but we'll see. I mean, if it really works out well, maybe we can, just tap into some folks in our little community here to run this for us. And I don't have to run it. There's nothing that makes me an expert in making this contest or anything. So if we have to, that's what we'll do. He said he would do any warehouse. Okay, great. Universal. Awesome. Global. That's right. Global. Just bought an Ender 5 for Christmas and you love it. Nice, Smitty. Yeah, I've heard it's really good. I want, if I was going to get one, the one I put on the list, I said, what about this one, Rudy? And it was the CR10S. But yeah, I have one. In fact, it's running right now. It's making me some parts right now. So this is my Taz 5, which brings me, well, let's keep talking about this for a minute. It's 2:30 in the morning, Cohen. Good morning. I was up at 2:30 last night, so I feel your pain, brother. I feel your pain. Hey, Johnny Danger, how's it going, man? How you been? I've seen you been active in Discord again lately, so that's good. You got the Home Assistant bug back, huh? So, I was thinking, let me know if you have any more questions about that Banggood thing or if I covered it well enough there. Because you know me, I don't know if I've answered everything or not. And Quindor, yeah, it's probably pretty late for you guys. It's the middle of the night. Sorry, I did this when I could. I got home. I got home from the hospital about 8 o'clock, and I thought I was going to stay up for a little while, but I made the mistake of laying down. So then I was out for like 5 or 6 hours. Bugs in my code. If by bug you mean bugs in my code, then yes. Squirrels in my pants. Oh, that should be my song. You guys ever seen Phineas and Ferb? Phineas and Ferb sings a song about squirrels in my pants. Got squirrels in my pants. Squirrels in my pants. 1:35 in the UK. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry to do this to you in the middle of the night like this. I did it when I could, though. It's better than stickers, Phil. Awesome. I'm glad you think so. I hope it works out well. It's a nice thing. This is what's interesting about this. Interesting. I don't know. What's very cool about it is nobody gets any benefit from this except whoever wins. Because Banggood's, at least what they tell me, they're not making any money from it. Rudy's not making any money from it. I'm not making any money from it. There's no commission on these. There's no affiliate, portion or any of that stuff. This is all just a gift to whoever wins. So I think that's super cool. And I know there's a lot of people, something like a 3D printer is so useful and still out of reach for a lot of people. So if we can get the opportunity to get something like that, or what other tools and things we can find or want to include in these future lotteries, then that's awesome, right? So, guy from Australia thinks it's a good time. Thank you, Welbo. I'm glad. Candace rapping. That's right. Jonathan knows. I got squirrels in my pants. Okay. It's a weekend after all. Alicia says, yes. It is a weekend. Wish I had the money to throw down on a 3D printer. So many ideas in my head. It's cool, man. It is so cool. I love it all the time. So we'll work on, what I want to do today too is work on some 3D modeling. Since that's been like the theme of the last couple of days, is everybody's been talking about 3D printers. And we've talked about, I was talking to somebody else about a stream, doing a stream about 3D modeling. And it almost doesn't matter what software you use. The principles are a lot the same. So I thought I can do that. So we'll do that tonight. We'll do that. We'll start whenever whenever the chat says it's time. Literally, if you can imagine it, you can build it. That's right, Crazy Editor. It's awesome. So what I'm building here, what these are here is, so I've been working on shades. I think So I got these geared motors, which I think are super cool, very useful, very strong, and yet they just run on 12 volts, and they're so slow, you don't have to really vary the speed. You just turn them on, and turn them off because they're really not very fast. So that's great. And then I've got this. Let's see if I got I got a blank one here I can show you. So I got this little H-bridge motor controller it'll switch the polarity on the motor, so it'll turn in either direction. Turn one direction, with a little signal from a D1 Mini, it switches, turns the motor the other direction. So with that, I've been able to build. Dun dun dun! This is my shades, my motorized smart window shade controller, and I started editing the video for it. So what I've got is those 6 big windows in my front room, and so I've got one of these on each window, and actually one of these controls 2 windows. I can control 2 motors with this. So this one controls 2 windows, or 2 window shades, and it works really well. Anyways, what I'm printing is what I designed to hold the motor. I've got one box that holds the motor. That's this box, actually. I've got one box that holds the motor. It'll squeeze in there like that. It's a tight fit, so I'm not going to squeeze it in because then I have to pry it out. But I got one box that holds the motor, and then another box that holds the controller parts. And the motor part will be up in the window sill, or up in the window, whatever you call it, frame. And then the controller part will be down at the bottom where you can push the button. So I've been doing a lot of modeling lately. The other thing I modeled was a little holder, a little case for my Raspberry Pi Zero camera case, which was a lot of fun. So I really enjoy modeling. To be honest, my first thought about careers back in like junior high was drafting and obviously engineering stuff. But I did drafting for a long time. So I went to a drafting school. I actually have an associate's degree in electromechanical drafting. And that was back in the day. Some of you may remember where we used pencils and pens for drafting instead of CAD. When I was in high school, we had one computer that ran like AutoCAD version 2 or something like that. So that's what I used for a long time, was AutoCAD. But I love 3D modeling, and you're right. You're right, Crazy Editor. If you can think of it, there's a way you can make it with a 3D printer. It's fun. And people ask me, I've had my 3D printer for about 3 years, and people at work and stuff, they ask, what do you do with it? What do you do? You just make toys? And for a long time, yeah. I mean, at first what you do is you'll go to Thingiverse right here, and you'll be like, oh, what's cool, and you can go through and look at what other people have made, and oh, maybe I want to print this or whatever. Oh, this is a cool little city. Oh, that's actually really neat. So these people, they'll give you the models, and you can download them and you can print it yourself. There's some crazy stuff. There's some really simple things too. You don't have to do anything crazy like that. But there's a lot of just fun little things. I've printed nativity scenes, Christmas ornaments, just whatever little toys and stuff for the kids, right? So you go to Thingiverse, and there's a couple other websites like that, but this is the biggest one. And you download these and you print them, and that's all fun. But I think the real power is in finding something that you need, modeling your own part, and printing it and using it. That is so satisfying to me. That is like engineering ecstasy. All right, maybe not quite that, but close. Pretty close. How do you attach to the shades, to the rollers? Oh yeah. So this, on the end of this, there's the motor shaft, right? So this sits up against the wall like that, and then the motor shaft goes off that way. And I've got another 3D printed part that squishes on here because it says it's got a flat edge on it, so it squishes on here, and then I smash it into, well, first I smash it into the end of a piece of 3/4 inch conduit. So a 3/4 inch conduit, smash my 3D printed, I don't even know what you want to call it, into there. Then this fits in the 3D printed part, and I actually put a screw even through it, so it'll stay. And I've been running one on the kitchen window and haven't had a problem with it. It's been working fine. And then the other end, I smashed a bearing, like a skateboard bearing, into the conduit, and 3D printed another little part that just has a nub that sticks out. So the bearing fits on the nub. Then and what I've done is I put the curtain on this end first, the motor end, and then put the bearing and the other piece on, slide that up, and then screw it to the window frame. I'll show you in the video. I'm working on the video. Hopefully it'll be happening. It'll be happening before too long. But that's how you put it. How much is the printer? The one that is for the lottery is, I think it's going to be like 170. I think 170, which is sort of a discount. I mean, it should be the best price you're going to get. But when we first looked, I think what I put in there first was the Pro. And so that was like $230 or like $250. And Rudy said the best price was going to be like $230. And he said, "What do you think about the prices?" And I was like, "Well, I think that's kind of high. Like, I still want it to be pretty low." Oh, I wanted to say it. No, I didn't get to hear it. Oh man. Thank you for the super chat. Darn it. I should have turned it up. I should have turned up the volume. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the super chat though. That was really awesome. Appreciate that. Go to Discord and sign up for the giveaway for like $169 with a Banggood discount code. That's right. Well, okay, let's make sure we're clear on that. You don't get the printer for free. Sorry. The printer, what the lottery is to give you the code to get the maximum discount possible on the printer. You still have to buy the printer. So I wish I could give away 3D printers. Maybe someday. Maybe when we hit a million subscribers. Maybe if DIY home automation stuff ever gets so popular that 3D printer companies are sending me 3D printers to give away. That would be fantastic. But we're not quite there yet. And so you do have to still buy the printer, but it should be at the cheapest possible price. That's what we're going for. A shunt? Maybe it's a shunt. Send a link of the printer you have. Oh, the printer that I have? The one that I have is different. I'll show you mine real quick. And then we'll get on to some modeling. What should I make? Rosebot Taz 5. This is the one I have. Yeah, and it was, I think $2,200 was what I paid for it. And of course they've got the 6 now, but this is the 5. So some interesting things to learn about 3D printers. There's two main kinds of extruders. There's a direct drive extruder, which is what this is. This is a direct drive. That means the stepper motor that turns the extruder wheel is mounted directly on the hot end where the nozzle is. So there's some good things about that. You get really precise control. But the bad part is if it's moving, especially if it's moving fast, that's a lot of mass. I mean, it doesn't weigh a ton, but it weighs a pound, or something like that. So when it gets to a spot, when it moves and then it stops, and anytime there's that much, you got some weight there. And so there's some inertia, momentum, whichever, I don't know. It kind of jiggles a little bit. Now, when you're printing things that are, fractions of a millimeter, that little jiggle can make a blip in your print. So that's the downside of a direct drive. The printer, but the other kinds of printers, oh gosh, what's it called? There's another, the other kind of extruder. Darn it. It's named after somebody. It's, anyways, I'll show you what it looks like. So the difference is on this printer, the print head is here, right? And so the nozzle and stuff is here, but the extruder motor is over here. So that means this head is lighter. It doesn't have the extra weight, the extra mass of the stepper motor on there. So when it moves, it doesn't have that little bit of jiggle in the movement. So I think you're going to get better, small, precise prints with this. The trouble is sometimes you've got, this is all filament here. That's it. So the filament comes in, it goes all through this tube before it comes out here. So it's getting pushed, by fractions of a millimeter. It's getting pushed over here. And then you've got all this with potential, flex or change in it. And so with some materials, that may be a problem. Typically, people can get these fine-tuned to the point that they just make fantastic prints. And this is a very, very, very common, probably more common than the direct drive method for doing the extruder head. And so this is good. This is a very good thing. But that's the difference. And mine has this direct drive extruder. So And not only that, but mine has what's called the Moore extruder. Mine has the Moore extruder, which I've probably told you about. What? How can you not find the Moore extruder? What? The Moore extruder has a huge nozzle on it. Oh, come on. No. AR Stru Moore extruder. Duh. So it's got this on it, which has the best part about this is it's got a huge nozzle. So the nozzle, I don't know what this is going to come with as far as a nozzle. It'll probably be like a 0.3 millimeters or something like that. It's going to be a tiny nozzle, I would guess. It should say on here somewhere. So the nozzle diameter is going to be 0.4 millimeters. The one that came on mine, the stock nozzle, was 0.6, and I think 0.3 is the smallest, but maybe they're smaller. I don't know. But anyways, the nozzle, that's how big the tip is. How thick is that little string of plastic that comes out of the end? This one is going to be 0.4 millimeters. Mine is 1.2 millimeters. It's huge, right? It's 3 times as fat. So when you have a big fat nozzle like that, the purpose is to print big stuff. Like this doesn't look like, well, is that a mini? No, this is a 6. This is probably a TAS 6, which means that print bed is 12 inches by 12 inches by 12 inches. So this is big. So I like a lot of the stuff I print, like these things. To me, that's relatively big. And I don't want to wait, 6 or 8 hours for this thing to print. I want this thing done in like 30, 45 minutes. So that's why I got the Moore extruder, so I can just whip out these big parts. Now, you pay for it in accuracy. You see, you can definitely see the lines when it prints, but you also get the benefit of being really strong, a lot stronger than thin layers, thin sidewalls and stuff sometimes. So 0.2 is the smallest nozzle unless you go specialty nozzles. Wow, 0.2 is awesome. How late is it? For me, it is 6:50 p.m. Buddha's nozzle. There's another one too that's a direct drive also, but there's like the Titan. If you ever want one of those big ones like that. Bowden drive. Thank you very much, Warlock. You are right. Bowden drive. Hey, Bobby, how's it going? Pickle my rig. Does anyone have any experience virtualizing home system with Docker on Linux? Yes, a lot of people do. Not me, though. Kind of struggling with the literature's vague. Who does a lot of that is Travis. I know. But so does Luma, I think. And there's a lot of guys. I think if you go to the Discord channel, I think we have a Discord channel for Docker. Yeah, there's one for Docker. So there might be some people in there that'll help you. Hysteresis, is that what you call it, where it shifts when it changes or something? I don't know. Retraction can be an issue. That's the other, thank you very much. Yeah, retraction, when you've got the non-direct drive. So with the direct drive, you get real precise, because you don't have all that other filament, that big long string of filament from where it gets, from where it actually physically is getting pushed to where it comes out of the nozzle. You don't have, in the Bowden, you've got this long piece of filament in between where it's getting pushed and where it actually comes out of the nozzle. With direct drive, you've got your gear, you're pushing the filament right into the nozzle. I mean, you got that much flex or space to get it messed up. So, all right. Looking for a printer. What printer is this? Oh, this is this. So what, if I was going to buy one, Bobby, myself, I think I would do the CR10S. I think this is what I would get. But we're doing a lottery for, not for a free 3D printer, but for a discount on a printer in Discord. So if you haven't seen, check it out. So this is what I think I would buy. And I think we might do a contest for one of these. I think Rudy said the discount would be about $50 off of this price. So that's, that's a pretty good $550. When I figured mine was $2,200 when I bought it. But this is a Bowden drive also. It's got, one of the nice things about this is it does a lot of, it's got these gears down there. These gears here make it really easy to level the bed out. Leveling the bed is kind of a pain. I haven't leveled mine in a long time now, but it's nice to be able to, quickly adjust and make it really precise. If you're going to print, 0.2 millimeter nozzle stuff, you want some precision. You want to make sure you got a nice level bed and stuff like that. The Ender 3 is the Ender 3 is a very good entry level, and that's this one. That's what we're doing the contest for the code to buy one of these at a discount. And this is a very good entry level, inexpensive 3D printer. Very good. There are some things you can do right off the bat to upgrade it. I don't know exactly what they are. Might be a better fan shroud. Might be, I don't know, some different parts to make it more precise. I don't know, but you can. One of the first things I would recommend to everybody who wins one of these is to start going on some forums and find out what upgrades you can print. Because what you should be doing with your 3D printer right when you get it is printing parts to make your 3D printer better, right? To make sure it's safe. Oh, is that what it needs to be for safety? Ooh. Bad leveling is why I don't use the ANA A8 anymore. I would have to spend hours calibrating for every print and hope it didn't derail midway through. Ooh, that sounds horrible. I don't have that problem, thank goodness. What's up, Justin Freeze? How's it going, man? Yeah, I played baseball with a guy named Justin Freeze back in Henderson a million years ago. If only the contest was Canadian dollars. Sorry, man. As an alternative to the CR10, check out the Monoprice MP10. Recently got one of it and it works very well. Oh, cool. Cool. I bet you it's cheaper too. BL Touch to tram the bed. My liege. Pleasure to see you online. Thank you, AFK. That's awesome. All right. Cool. Okay, well, let's get into some modeling. What do you say? Hey, Ruin, how's it going? Let's get into some modeling. So let's decide what we want to model, and that will make it a lot easier for me to show you something. I was thinking, I don't know, what do I need? Let's think about it. What should we model? I'll start with showing you what I use. For modeling, I use Onshape. The reason I use Onshape is because it's browser-based. So I can use it anywhere. They even have a decent app for Android and iPhone. It's obviously not as easy as using a mouse and a keyboard when you're doing it, but it's still not bad if you're stuck somewhere and you just wanted to work on a model. So I love that it's browser-based. I've used Google Onshape, which is serviceable but not great. I've used Fusion 360, which is super feature rich, but complicated and big as far as like software. So you can't just install it everywhere. At least I haven't tried it probably 3 or 4 years, but it was kind of a burden. And then to update it all the time and stuff. With Onshape, I just open it and it works. I don't have to worry about updating it or nothing. It just works. Onshape doesn't have quite all of the bells and whistles. It probably has more bells and whistles than I know how to use, but it's not bad. For what it does, for what I need it for, it's great. The other caveats are that I'm on the free subscription version, which means public data only. So if you think you're going to design something that you're going to patent or something like that, don't put it on Onshape, because as soon as you do, it's public and you'll never get a patent on it. You'll be instantly disqualified from ever patenting it. How many of us are ever really going to get a patent? I've tried. It's hard. I don't think I'll do it again. So the professional version is super expensive. It's like $1,500 a year. So no. And there's nothing in between. It's either free and all your models belong to, Onshape and anybody else out there in the world, or it's professional where you can do your own models, but it's way expensive. Like if I was, maybe if you had an engineering company or something like that, it would be worth doing. Oh, there's Rudy. Rudy's awake. Good morning. Streaming right now. But he's in China, so he probably can't watch because I don't think they can get YouTube in China, right? Sorry about that noise. I'll try and turn that. I wish I could. How do you turn the sound off in Discord? Anybody know? All right. Anyways, where are we going? Fusion 360 is free for hobbyists. That's right. Fusion 360 is free if you're a hobbyist. That's right. SolidWorks. It's like a shotgun for killing an ant. Yeah, the big one. SolidWorks is another, definite professional grade product. TinkerCad is a good one. Beginner's way. Yep. I haven't used TinkerCad. Is it web-based? May I ask a non-IoT tech question? Sure. Pickle my Rick. Whatever. Shoot, man. Shoot. What's your question? What are we talking about? We're talking about 3D printing and 3D modeling today, Aaron. We're going to do some 3D modeling. Let's see. As for the product, has different prices. Okay. Rudy's updating me on the prices of the printer. It's a learning experience. This going through this little Banggood lottery process here. I trust that Rudy will give us the best possible price. I wish I could tell you exactly what that was, but yeah. Anyways, it's fun. It's a good thing for everybody. I was going to turn down this volume again so you guys don't have to keep hearing that blip every time I get a Banggood or a message. Web-based, yes. Oh, really? TinkerCad is web-based. Oh, let's check it out. TinkerCad. If TinkerCad is web-based, then maybe I should probably start using that. Does it let you save your models privately? Neat little all-in-wonder is the M3D with Octoprint on a Pi. Oh, cool. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Oh, Pickle My Rick is a paramedic. If I'm an anesthesiologist, which I am, do I have a good reputation or opinion of CRNAs? Or do you think it's a worthy goal to set for future if I want to become a mid-level provider? Yeah, I think it's good. In my group, we don't use CRNAs right now, but we probably will at some point in the future. My experience with CRNAs has been mixed. I have supervised CRNAs. It's been good for a lot of them. We got along and we had a good relationship. We worked together well. And then there were others that didn't want me anywhere near what they were doing. Didn't want me to tell them what I thought, or didn't want to discuss what we were doing or what was best. And yet I still had to sign the dotted line on every case and take full responsibility for everything that they were doing. So in those situations, I didn't think that was a cool thing. And the biggest problem I have with CRNAs isn't necessarily with any of them personally. It's with their national organization. If you go look at the national organization literature for CRNAs, it will be full of information about why we don't need anesthesiologists, why we don't need MD anesthesia providers. They just want to do it all themselves. I don't know. I mean, I go through 4 years of medical school and then 4 years of residency training to get out and do what I do. A CRNA will go through college, which I did also, and then a 2 or 3 year, I guess they do need some work experience, right? Like usually it's nursing in an ICU or something. And then they need a 2 or 3 year program, So really it's just, they could go right from college to a 2-year CRNA program and then jump right in to do what I do. And, I don't know how that's equivalent. And we're not trying to displace anybody. So the fact that their national organization sort of takes us on personally and tries to get rid of us is not cool for me. But otherwise, I think it's good. And again, it's all just depends on the model. Do I think it's a good career goal? Absolutely. I think you'll have a hard time being a sort of mid-level provider that does better financially than being a CRNA. But it's hard. There's a lot of competition for that reason, right? Everybody wants to do the thing that rewards the most. So, but it's a good job. It's definitely a good job. I like doing what I do. So, if that's what you want to do, man, go for it. Go for it. I have a couple of in-laws that's their goal. That's their plan. And I still invite them over for dinner. All right. I just know I enjoy my anatomy, and I worry that I would lose that if I went to a hospital setting. Less of a trade-off. Oh, autonomy. I'm sorry, you didn't say anatomy. Autonomy. Yeah, you would lose some autonomy, but I mean, it's all going to depend, right? It's all going to depend. What you give up. What I see what I see from mid-level providers in any situation, whether it's in the ER as a nurse practitioner or a physician assistant, or in an ICU or CRNAs or whatever, how much autonomy you have is going to completely depend on how well you perform. And then you get to know the people that are sort of supervising you. Anytime you're a mid-level, you're going to have somebody supervising you. But when you do a good job and you take initiative and you show that you know what to do and that you're going to do the right thing every time, all of a sudden you're going to have tons of autonomy, right? People are just going to be like, yeah, go do your thing, because I know you're going to do a good job. So I'm not worried about you. It's when people, it seems like they don't know, and maybe they're not confident or not sure, or they've made mistakes, and so then they need to be checked on and stuff. Those are the people that don't have the autonomy. So anyways, see you, Justin Tomlin. Good night. That was a fun little detour, right? That deserves a squirrel. All right, Warlock, off for a bit. Back to more wiring, mounting network devices. Oh, that sounds very fun. Very fun. Cost-cutting measure, as always. Yeah, that's an interesting thing about that cost-cutting part of it is, at least for now, still, insurance companies, including Medicare, Medicaid in the U.S., they don't pay any different if the anesthetic is provided by a CRNA or an anesthesiologist. It pays the same. So it doesn't save anybody any money. People who are paying, they're paying the same amount. So that argument that it's cheaper, it doesn't pan out. But anyways, not a great profession to fake it if you make it. Amen to that. That won't last very long. You will not last very long faking it. I mean, I'm going on 9 years now faking it, and nobody's figured it out yet. Other than that, a 500% Amazon gift card to get a 3D printer. Oh, $500. What's the best one for a newbie? For auto leveling and Bobby, you know what? On Amazon, can you get the CR10? I don't know about auto leveling. Yeah, so CR10 on Amazon is going to cost you a bit more. Auto leveling is tricky. That's expensive. I don't know if you're going to find something that you're looking for in that price range. Hopefully I'm wrong, but maybe. But again, CR10, the ANET A8 was popular for a while. I'm not sure that I would get that. I would go something with this. Maybe there's even the Ender. There's an Ender 5 now, right? Yeah, there's an Ender 5 3D printer. That might be a good one. So here's the 3 Pro. This would probably be a good one too. Yeah, the 10S Pro auto leveling. Yeah. So this is where that's what I would think would be your best bet. It's got a big print space. So your 300 by 300, I think it's pretty close to that. I don't know exactly what it is. Oh, look, it says right there. Yep. So there you go. This is it. Here, watch this, Bobby. I'm going to give you an affiliate link. So if you buy it, then you're giving me like a couple percent. What do you think? There you go. Click that. Oh, I'm such a shark, aren't I? Such a shark. What were we talking about? We have been so squirreled. I need to get more squirrels, don't I? This is a cute one. I like him, but I need a couple others so we can bounce back and forth. Oh, and then, yeah, that's right. We're talking about the MD3 or the M3D. Is a decent little guy. Does all the work on its own, auto leveling, etc., but it's not cheap. Okay. Is it? Let's see. They probably have it here. M3D. Micro, huh? Is it small? Oh. Oh, this thing. Oh, I remember seeing these. That's a tiny print space, right? Does yours have a bigger print space? Do they have a different model that's a bigger print space? The other thing, I don't even know if they sell the genuine Prusa ones. Because this is what most of these are based off of, right? The Prusa. Now, see, they don't even sell them. So you used to be able to get an actual Prusa printer front that was made by, what's his name, Joseph, I think. Yeah, Joseph Prusa. So this is that him? Oh, that's cool. So all of these, all those ones we've been talking about, they're based on this. It's like the same system. And this guy's just, put it together and made it a kit and made it easy to build. And so you used to be able to buy kits for this or print your own, because most of these parts you can print, the corners and a bunch of this stuff. So anyways, but that's what all those are. What I almost bought one of these back when I bought mine, but the reason I didn't was because this takes, like, you got to put it together yourself, right? You got to put it all together, make sure it's all level, make sure everything's tight so that things are going to track and do what they're supposed to do. And my Lowe's bot that I bought, it was like seriously out of the box on the bench, put two things together, screwed some stuff down, plug it in, turn it on. I was printing within 30 minutes. So that's why I went with that. Delta printers, that's another topic to talk about too. I know a friend that has a Delta. The Delta printers are these. I don't know, quality wise, it could be all over the place. You're going to end up with the same variety as far as quality and stuff. And this one has the Bowden drive. You're going to get direct drives, probably some places if you want. Bed sizes, these can be really tall. So it's another option, just another design. Very different than the Prusa Rep Wrap, I think is the other term for it. Yeah, Prusa Research. Okay, thank you, BK. How's it going, buddy? You can purchase the Prusa pre-built. Oh, awesome. Deltas are mesmerizing. They're fun to watch. They're really cool looking. I remember seeing one of these at a maker fair 4 or 5 years ago, and it was the first time I'd seen one. I thought, that thing is so cool. And I almost bought one, but I didn't. Loading bar. Oh no. Am I dropping frames? No, I shouldn't be. Should be good. Do I have an Amazon link for what, Aaron? I'll Amazon link you anything you want. All right, let's go back to this. Fully kiosk browser. Oh, wait. Oh, BritX. Okay, let's go back. Let's go to Onshape. I'll learn TinkerCad. I'll sign up for TinkerCad and start messing with it. Maybe I'll like it. Maybe I'll switch from Onshape to TinkerCad. If I can keep my own private designs, then yeah, I can do TinkerCad. Birthday. We'll sign up later. I don't want to tell you guys how old I am. Okay, let's design something. What are we going to design? Let me turn on this desk camera, because I've got some stuff here. Maybe we can just design something for this. Problem is going to be the sound if I face away too much. But anyways, so what I've got here, what I'm going to start messing with very soon here is stepper motor. And this is the, oh gosh, what's the model number on these little guys? I can't remember what it is right now off the top of my head, but it's a certain chip of a motor controller that has ESP home component. So where are we at? Somewhere down here. Cover sensors, miscellaneous, so stepper. Yeah. Okay. It's this one. A4988 is the chip that's on this little guy right here. So ESP Home has a nice little, has already built in, whatever back-end driver, Arduino, blah, blah, blah stuff, so that you can run a stepper motor with one of these guys with ESP Home, and pretty simply done. So maybe we can model out something for that. You know what else I have? Ooh. I know Hookup Rob's been talking about doing blinds. He's been talking about doing blinds, motorized blinds. Oh dear. So I've got here some blinds. blinds. And these came off of a door downstairs that we didn't want them on. So I brought them up here so that I could start taking them apart and work on essentially putting this stepper in here. Oh, it's going to fit perfectly. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That'll be great. So maybe what we can work on modeling would be fitting this motor, I want some kind of a mount probably to put this motor in here, and a pulley on it and some of those kinds of things. So let's put this over here. Can you guys hear me okay if I face away from the microphone? That's probably not a good thing to be doing. I need to put it bit late, but hey, C. Gray, how you doing, man? Never too late. Been plotting to buy something. The only thing we're missing is the date. Oh, yeah, right. If you've seen my old passwords, that's my birthday. Big surprise. See you later, Zoltz. Have a good night. TinkerCad now has export to Fusion 360, so if it's too limited, you can move. Oh, that's cool. And I did see that it's made by Autodesk. So yeah, I should probably switch. I should probably go to TinkerCad. Okay. DrZzs Maker Coin. Oh yeah. So here. And so one of the nice things about Onshape, and it's probably true for TinkerCad as well, is because all these models are public, you guys can go in. So when I make something like I'm doing this curtain motor part, right? So I've made all these things. Let's move this for a second again. So here's the parts, that are included here. So there's a few, some of them I'm not going to use. Some of them I changed and made better. But if you wanted to print these out, or maybe you don't maybe I put, these holes for buttons, but your buttons are bigger, or you don't want buttons. You can find my sketch in Onshape. You can copy it and you can modify it and print your own. So you don't have to worry about, making it exactly like I have it. The problem with things on Thingiverse is that what they give you is the STL file. Some of them will give you the ability to edit it in another way, maybe a link to TinkerCad or something. But for the most part, it's going to be an STL file. And editing STL files is nigh impossible. It's kind of a pain in the butt. You can do it with something like the Google one, SketchUp, but it doesn't work well. Google SketchUp takes your 3D model and breaks it into a bunch of lines, like actual lines. They're in 3 dimensions, but they're just lines. It's no longer like a shape that you can, that the computer can think about and model. Sorry, shouldn't have said that word. It's the C word around here. So anyways.
I'm not sure about that.
Okay, blah, blah. Sorry. Yeah, servo works better for tilt. Yep, it does. I have servos that I'll probably use a servo for the tilt. But I want them to go up and down. So I need this to spin in one direction a bunch of times and be able to pull pretty hard. And then I need it to, spin the other direction so it'll let it back down again. So that's what I'm going to do. TinkerCad can edit STL files. Well, see, look at this. You guys are teaching me. I'm not surprised about that at all. I should have, I tried a long time for modifying STLs. They're such a pain. If it blows, it blows. Got enough of that BreadX stuff. See what happens. Okay, you guys still chatting about that. I'm sorry. I hope that turns out okay for everybody. Yeah, it's never good when big financial things are out of our personal control. Are you just doing up and down, or are you also going to do the tilt? I will probably also do the tilt. The tilt's not hard, but mostly up and down. Well, I say the tilt's not hard, but I don't think right now there's not a servo component here. I wish we had a servo component. Maybe that's on the list. Yeah, it's not a servo component in this yet. So, hey, Matt. 9 out of 10 times I'm remaking the Thingiverse models. Do you do it you do it in Fusion. Oh, you said you do it in SolidWorks. Yeah, I bet with SolidWorks you probably can do it, right? Because SolidWorks is like industry standard. It's like the best there is. Okay, let's see. Rudy says he can apply 5 codes for the China warehouse for 180. That's weird. 5 for the US warehouse at 169. So 10 users, 2 codes. Just this item. Okay. Well, the contest is going to pick 5 winners, and then I'll have to sort out personally with them, who, is it China warehouse? But if it's China warehouse, it's $11 more than the US warehouse. Oh, well. Google Home Timer. Oh, sorry, Matheson. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I don't, haven't played with it yet. No love for the EU warehouse then. I guess not, C. Gray. But it sounds like buy it from the US warehouse. I mean, shipping will suck, I guess. Sorry, man. I hope this will lift heavy blinds, Dr. Jeff. I hope it will. Okay, so back to this. Where were we? All right, so we're going to start a new model here. Oh, maybe we should I just try TinkerCad right now? Screw it. Tindy. Oh, Tindy. I was thinking Tindy was that date finder thing. I was like, wait a minute, who's been looking at the date finder who's trying to find a date on my computer here? Mrs. Z's stepping out on me. TinkerCad. All right. We're going to sign in. You're going to all get my birthday. Oh, I need to actually hit create an account. Join now. United States. September 17. 74. I don't use it for my password anymore, so it's okay. Email. And then is it gonna suggest a strong password? Oh, there it is. There's my password, everybody. Awesome. Stupid thing. I'll change that later. For now, you can all get in my... Okay. Let's go. I don't want to know. I don't want to know how to do anything. I just want to jump in. Just going to delete these things, whatever they are. Okay. So let's start by saying, okay, what I'm going to need, I think, is going to be a holder for the motor. So the motor is going to fit in there. Motor is going to fit in. Motor's going to sit in there like that, and it's gonna twist. So it's going to have the tendency to want to do this, right? So it's got some screw holes here, so that's good. I can put some, these look like M4 screws maybe. So I can put screws here, but what I'm going to want is probably something that will go between this and the front of the blinds here. So if I put that in like that, so let's see if I can show you. So I'm going to put it in there, something like that. Okay, it'll be back a little further, but that's kind of how it's going to sit. So probably a couple things that I'm going to need to model. One is going to be a pulley for the end. I'm going to need a pulley for the end of this to put the string through and then have it wind onto the pulley. And I'll have to, let's see, this shaft. The shaft does not have a flat side, so it's just going to have to press fit really tight on there. And then I think what I want to do is make something that's going to go from one side of this to the other. That fits in there so tight. So it'll have, so that I can put the screws all the way through this and use the screws to hold that down. The other thing I'm going to need is to put the D1 Mini and this motor controller in there. So let's see about, okay, so usually when I'm modeling, what I'm going to do is pick a, okay, so you pick a plane. All right, I did that. Now I want to use, okay, this is already different. Congratulations, I'm done, yes, with the tutorial. Meh. Oh, that was all that was the lesson. Camera controls, look around, okay, blah. It's making me do this. Gosh. I'm young. You can't see it. Oh, yeah, I moved it. Sorry. Oh, yeah, that's actually decent. You can see that. So this right here, there it is. This, where you see my finger blocking, that's where the string comes up. And this is this little thing right here is the lock. So, you know, when you kind of pull on them sideways to release it, that's the lock. So what I've got to do is, I'm going to take that lock out, and then this string that's coming across right here is going to be what wraps around the shaft of the motor. So the motor is actually going to fit in right here. It doesn't fit this way. I'm going to have to take this bracket off and slide it in there, or shorten the shaft. I guess I could cut the shaft off, but I don't want to do that. But it's going to fit in right there. Come on, get closer. It's going to fit in there. Every time I do that, it wants to go away. There we go. Okay, so it's going to fit in like that. And then it'll spool around this shaft. And then I'll probably put the other parts over here. So one thing, maybe we can start with, I'll build a, oh yeah, that's a good idea, because that'll be easy. I'll build a cap for the end of this. And in that cap will be the motor controller and the D1 Mini. That'll be easy. That'll give us a chance to try out TinkerCad. What do you think? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Copy, paste, scale. Okay. Should be paying attention to that, but I'm not. Let's see. Having the two ropes wind around unevenly around, that would cause the blinds to tilt. Maybe have a divider for separate ropes. Just caught this issue in another video. Thought it would share. Oh, awesome. Okay. Perfect. That's great. Thank you. But they can go at the same speed. Yeah. Okay. That's great. Oh, I love it. Click the quarter steps and you can get, I can exit the tutorial. Exit. Oh, good. Because gosh, it was going to take forever. Okay. Create a new design. Hey. We need a profile name. Nickname. Got to choose the profile image. Is that working? Yeah, that's better. Now we can get to business. Now that we got that taken care of. Save changes. Rob mentioned you got the ZemiSmart downlights fitted into the retrofit cans. Is that accurate? I tried. I sort of did. You have to break the ZemiLight mounting piece. You have to take the mounting thing off the ZemiLight, and then it will fit. But then you've got to figure out a way to secure it. It'll fit, but I never really finished by screwing, putting a screw through it or taping it or something. It'll fit if you take off their mounting things. They've got a funny mounting spring system, so you have to take that off. But if you take that off, then yeah, they'll fit. I don't have them. Oh no. Hey baby.
It was so much fun.
Was that fun? You liked it? You liked your movie? Okay, movie's over. Ah. Okay, create a new design. Okay, so what I'm used to doing, I guess this is interesting. So these, you start with a shape. That's different. What I usually did interesting. Okay, so I guess I'm going to want a box. Steps, length, height, width. Okay. Interesting. And then I guess I could probably cut out the box at some point. Group, ungroup, align, flip. Blocks and bricks? Really? You can make stuff like out of Legos? Oh, that's cool. All right, so let's say, so the other thing you're going to need if you're going to do 3D modeling is you're going to want calipers. I think this is like $10, maybe less. So if I'm going to put this, if I'm going to make this fit in the end of this, I got to measure that. All right, 56.72 millimeters. I'm going to say 55. Okay, so 55 that way. And then 43.8, so we're going to say 42. So we're going to go 55. And then height is going to be, what did I say, 42? Okay, and then 20. 20 is probably actually deep enough. Let's see, because we'll have a D1 Mini with some headers. Yeah, 20 will be good. And then this guy with headers. Yeah, maybe we'll make it a little bit bigger. Let's go 30. Okay. Okay, we're going to make it a solid. All right. And now I'm guessing what I want to do is make, so if I want to make a box here, and I want to cut out this other box, I guess. Okay, this is cool. Okay, I'm getting this, I think. And then, oops. Okay. Okay, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Uh-oh. Oh, I see what's happening. I see what's happening here. I want to go back. Okay. 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 Sidewalls are a little thick. Make them a little thinner. I like that it snaps. I like that it snaps right to the, oh, you guys can't see. So sorry. Move the camera out of the way, Z's. Yeah, sorry. Where'd my drink go? You select multiple objects and combine. Okay. Oh, let's finish the depth part. I guess the depth, probably want it. Yeah. That. Okay. So then I make that a hole. Is that right? Stayed. Okay, good. Now I select multiple objects. Duplicate, copy, group, align, show all. No. Cancel that. No, where's undo? Okay. Airplane ruler, export. What's new? Do I right click them? Right now, the only smart thing I have in the house is a smart socket to control the heater. That's good. Alicia, that's fine. You gotta start somewhere. What are we making? Hey, Rob, how's it going? We're tinkering around. So you were talking about blinds. I'm working on blinds. This is gonna be. Oh, I'm putting it in front of the camera. It's not turned on. But what we're really talking about is a lot of 3D printing stuff. A lot of 3D printing stuff. A lot of talk lately with the giveaway and such. So this is me learning TinkerCad, which I've never used before. I want this to go up. I don't want it to sit flat on the bottom. I want it to go up. Is that steps maybe? No. Because if I delete it from the inside, if I right click, no right click. Combine is the icon that looks like a circle, the square kind of. This one. Ah, very good. Thank you. That was easy. Except this, see the bottom. There's nothing on the bottom. So I'm going to back up. I got to figure out how to get this up in the air. Radius, step lift height. What does that do? Oh, I saw it. I saw the arrow. I saw the arrow that I want. It's up at the top. There. This one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Very good. Okay. I'm digging this. This has got some good features, definitely. I could see this being pretty easy for new users, right? Because you're like actually modeling it. You're like almost holding it in your hand kind of thing. Okay. And now I can select them both and then hit this. And it will take the hole out. Okay, cool. Very nice. Okay, very nice. All right, now I want to be able to mount the, let's see. Well, you know what? I'm going to need a hole for wires. So let's put a hole for wires in there. Tube, cylinder. Let's do a cylinder. And there. We're going to rotate it this way. Okay, I like this. This is easy. I'm going to shrink it down to, it's just going to fit wires through, so we'll make it 5 is a little small. We'll make it 6. And then this way, 6, okay. And then, oops, 6. And then I want to move it though, like in space. I want to move it. There, no, there, no, no. Once I set it here, am I stuck? Boolean subtraction. If you drag the ruler square thing onto the desktop, you get more dimensions. Okay. Ooh. Oh, yes you do. Nice. What does this say? Use midpoint. Oh, okay, good. So it gives you kind of snaps. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, cool. I want to move the whole bloomin' thing. The bloomin' onion. Okay, I can move it up in the air. That's good. There's got to be another arrow like that that goes the other direction. Oh, wait. Do I rotate it? Yeah, that's probably what I have to do. I'm going to rotate it. And then that arrow. Oh, I thought the arrow would go to the other side. How do I move it to the other side? Oh, here we go. This way. Oops. This one. No. This one. No. How about now? No sound, no sound. Dumb people can't make a smart house. That's me. All right. How long had you lost audio? Because I revealed the secret of life, and I'm sorry you missed it. Reminds me of Windows 3D Builder. Almost exactly like it. Is that right? Maybe what they did was buy it back when it was there. Super simple. So let me show you for comparison now. Let's do the same thing. Let's do it in Onshape. And I think, honestly, now that I've used that a little bit, I think for a new user, TinkerCad, I think I'd probably recommend TinkerCad. So we're going to make a new document here. We're going to call it blinds cap. Okay. So the way this works, and this is the way, at least the way I did things in Fusion 360, you start out with a sketch, which is going to be a 2D, two-dimensional drawing. So I'm going to start out with a sketch, and the sketch is just going to be a basic shape. So in this case, I'm going to do a center point rectangle. So I'm going to pick this rectangle, and then I stretch it out to whatever I want it to be. And then what did I say it was, like 55 by 42, I think I said, right? 55 by 42. Okay, great. And then that's the outside. So then I want the inside. I want to come in. So I'm going to grab this offset, and I'm going to come in off the offset maybe 2 millimeters. Makes a good thick, good size wall, 2 millimeter wall on the part. Okay, so I come in that far in that. And then I want to put the circle, and this doesn't have to be exact, so I'm just going to put a circle right about there. And I'm going to give the circle a 6 millimeter radius. Okay, done. Now, I'm going to do a couple things. Now I'm going to extrude. Extrude means you build it up from flat. So it was 2-dimensional. We're going to make it 3-dimensional. So first we're going to extrude this bottom part, and we're going to make the bottom part also 2 millimeters. Great. Now when you do that, the sketch will disappear, so you have to come over here and turn the sketch back on so you can see it. And then we're going to do another extrude here. And how big did we make that thing? I don't remember what it was. 20? We'll say 25. 25 sounds fine. So then you extrude it out that way, and you've got some choices here. You can make it new, which would make it a separate part. So this would be one part. This would be a separate part. Or you add it, which is what I want to do. Or in the case of things that overlap, you can remove and erase part of it, like we did with that other box. We removed the box from the inside of the other box. Or you can intersect where it keeps just the parts where they overlap. In this case, these parts don't overlap, so I can't remove or intersect anything. I'm just going to add it to the regular part. Now what's it doing? Now I got it all. Now it's all pissed off. Oh, because it's going the wrong direction. There it goes. Now it's going the right direction. So this arrow was going that way, and this part is stops right here at this line. So it says you can't add it. They don't actually connect other than at this like single point line. So you got to flip it this way. Okay. So there you go. That's the same box. That was fast, but that's because I know how to do this a bit better, right? There's a lot of fumbling around. The SolidWorks way: grab a face, draw on it, and extrude. Is that how SolidWorks works? That's how I do Onshape. There may be other ways to do it, but that's how I do it. I like thinking that way. Once you start thinking that way, it makes it pretty easy to make things. This is more like true CAD, like traditional CAD, the best for making exact parts, but it sucks to learn. Yeah. You mean this? You mean Onshape, this thing here? It's hard to learn. I would think. I mean, I said earlier, I started doing this kind of stuff in high school. Does that seem complicated to you, Bobby? Which seems better to you? Probably the TinkerCad. What you need to do is get something in mind and start playing with it. And then as soon as you can't figure something out, come ask us, and we'll give you some help. The main difference is in designing with TinkerCAD is to think in terms of combining and subtracting 3D primitive shapes rather than sketch, extrude like Onshape, Fusion, etc. That's what I'm gathering, Dave. That's what I'm gathering. So here's something. Let's do this next piece, because I like to have rounded corners on things. So I want to round the corners. Well, there's a couple ways you can do it in Onshape. You can either go to the sketch. Oops, not new sketch. I can either open this sketch and I can add a fillet to the corners like that. And that's a 5 millimeter radius fillet. So I could do that. But what I do instead is, once it's already a 3D part, then you can fillet it as a solid part. And that just makes it look nice. Come on. Grab that. Yep. Grab that. And that. Just grab all the edges that you want to fillet. We'll fillet the insides as well. Am I saying it wrong? Should it be fillet? We'll make it a 3 millimeter radius. Oh, actually, the inside should probably be a little bit different to make it true, but whatever. We'll leave it. Okay, so that's different. Okay, so that's how you do it. That's how I do it in Onshape. Now let's go back here. How would you do that in this? Have you seen that 3D printing YouTube dude video on fillets? I don't think so. Is it funny or is it just really good? Does he talk about how to do it? Now open SCAD. So here's the thing. Now, how do I make that? How do I make a fillet here? Do I make a tube? I put a tube somewhere. Rounded corners make the print stronger too. That's right, the big one. That's why we do it. I was talking to a friend of mine who was 3D printing some new parts for the RC car that he gave his son for his birthday, and we had that exact discussion because they had designed this car so that these whatever frame axle joint pieces had square corners like this, and so as soon as you hit something, just snapped. And he's like, if you had just put, an edge on it, put a fillet or chamfer or something on there to give it some strength, it'd have been fine. Drop down, basic shapes. Oh, okay. Connectors. Okay. Shape generators. Assemblies, components. Whoa. Uh-oh. Text and numbers, characters. So is it connectors? Oh, these are cool. I like this. Oh, spinning hub. No one. Oh, you see these on. This is great that they already have these designs. So now in Onshape, you'd either have to go and steal somebody else's model, which you could do, or you'd have to draw it up yourself. So this is pretty nice that they've got these parts already modeled up for you. So it must not be connectors. Where is it? Basic shapes, not text and numbers probably. No. Characters. Oh, that's cool. back. That's but with the stream delay, right? Who knows what your skeleton, dinosaurs, printable kits. Oh, that's cool. Assemblies, components, favorites, part collection, shape generators. Okay, good. Extrusions. Oh, a soft box. Oh, I should have just made a soft box. That's what I would have done. Let's just do, what if we just slide a soft box over here? Yeah, look at that. That's what we need. Somewhere in there, there's a rounded box generator. Yeah, that's this right here, right, David? That's this soft box. Oh, and it's got screw threads. Oh, I like this. A fidget spinner. Custom font. Oh, this is cool. Okay, this is good. I like it. Oh, and this one's got a lid on it. Oh, that's nice. Wow. Okay. Well, this is definitely going to be something I'm going to have to play with because there are some options here that make things fast and easy. So in this case, what we would want is we'll do the same X dimension. What did I say? We'll do one of them was 55. One of them, Z, was going to be 25. This one was going to be 42. The wall width was 2. And the radius was 3. Dude, I love it. Look at that. Okay, now I need to put a bottom in it. How would I put a bottom in it? Probably go back to the all shape generators. Oh no. Extrude Australia. Extrude the UK. Easy to go down the rabbit hole. Yeah, here we are. In the rabbit hole. I enjoy this. This is a fun thing to do. Like I've spent times when I should have been doing something else, like editing videos or something. I've spent just sitting here modeling things. You can see all the stuff in my Onshape folder here. So I made all those curtain motor parts, the Pi Zero camera parts. I was making, the kids are doing Aladdin for the school play. And so I was doing some Jafar broomstick stuff. I made some drawer hangers for my keyboard, a headphone holder, mic stand brace. I made a teleprompter, Roku thing, a hole for the... These are all just things I've made, and you can go back for a couple years probably and find stuff in here that I've been messing with. So this was my air conditioner. I made an air conditioner out of a mug. So a lot of cool stuff. Oh yes, and this was when it was fidget spinner time. Yeah, this was part of what I tried to do a patent on that got kiboshed, mostly because I did it here. So this was the play 2 years ago when it was Wizard of Oz. It's a tool rack I still use. Anyways, lots of fun stuff. Also, export is where you download the STL. Okay, thank you. Couple quick things. Upper left is the auto name it generated for you. You can click on it and rename it. Okay. Sizzling Snicket Habby. No, that's a perfect name. Blinds cap. And then, ooh, what's this? This is my design. Oh, okay. Tinker this. Oh, that's how you play with it? Okay. And then you can import. So you can import STLs here, huh? I don't have any on this computer, I don't think. I'd probably do somewhere if I looked. Export as an STL, an object, or an SVG. Okay, cool. Or you can send it to these. Send to my printer. Okay, cool. Cool. Do they have an Octoprint plugin? That'd be awesome. Engineered my shower drain to drain quicker. Nice. Probably, if it weren't for the Doc channel, I wouldn't even know about Home Assistant and such. Oh, I hope that's a good thing, Alicia. I hope that's a good thing. If you need to hit on Intelligenta Facebook group, of course you haven't already, you get help, a lot of help and ideas from there. Oh, cool. Oh, you guys are talking about Home Assistant stuff. All right, so I think what I would probably do is go back to the basic shapes, and I would make a box. This is just how I think. It's probably not the fastest way, but I'd make another box, and then I would just make it fit in here. So I would squash it down till it was 2 millimeters. Is that what that is? Can't tell. Yep, looks like it. 2 millimeters. And then I'd stretch it out until it was the right size here. Doesn't want to snap right to it, does it? 43. Yeah, it does. 42. Okay. And then drag it this way. Oh, no, it looks like I went below it. Oh, and then this wouldn't do my soft corners. Yeah, this is not the right way to do this. Don't do it this way. Lift it up. Okay. And then I would combine these. That's my hack way to do it. There you go. What did it do with the corners? Yeah, it left the corners in. So I figured that out. Combined icon alignment tool. Oh! Ooh, so let's try that. Yeah, let's go back up. And we'll do alignment. Align. Oh, cool. What do those do? Is that those black dots? What does that mean? Oh, I double click them and it lines them up. Oh, dude. I don't want that one though. Oh, there's some of them unaligned when you line them up. This is kind of fun, just playing around. Snap to grid options. That's just wrong. It's a horrible way to model, isn't it? Cool. Okay, let's go back here. Back to my comfort zone for a minute. That's not. All right. snap to grid options. Is that over here probably? No. It's new bricks. Oh, I could probably click on the grid here. Midpoint, endpoint, midpoint, endpoint. Saving my work. Oh, okay. Yeah. So the other things that I would want to do would be to make, I want a slot. I want a couple slots so that we can, so that this has some place to sit so that it'll kind of be held in place. What I found works well, what I did on my other print for the blinds was I kind of just made a little slot. So to do that here, I'd kind of just do this. Oh, and then an important thing here. So I made a sketch here, and then I'm going to grab these edges, these existing edges. So I'm going to grab that edge and make them part of this model. Now I can make this part go away, so I don't have to look at it. I can make that sketch go away, so I don't have to look at it. And then I can just click that, but I want to think about it this way. All right, so now I want to extend. You're going to extend this to there. Okay, and then I'm going to hit L and just draw a line between these two. Okay, and then let's think how I want to do this. I want to have, let's see, I want to have the Wi-Fi chip face out. So I want it to be like that. So I'm going to come in, say, let's see how far up does that thing stick up. I'm going to come in, say, 3 millimeters. All right, so from the back wall, let's see, where's my part again? Yeah, that is the back wall. That's the outside wall. So I'm going to come in 2, and then so I'm going to come in 5. So I'm going to make, this is how I do it. I make a line, come in 5 millimeters, and then I'm going to come up. And again, 2 and 3. Yeah, that'll work. So I'm going to come up 5. And then I'll make a line from here to here. Okay. And then I'm going to leave a gap there. And then do the same thing. I'm going to leave a gap of 2. And then I'll go up. And then I'll go over. And then I'll go back down. It's funny, why is it an odd number? It's interesting. All right, and then once I put this part back in, what I'm going to do is then extrude these parts. So, I should put them on the other side, but that's fine. So now again, I'll extrude these parts and I'll pull them out. You know, however, let's see how wide is this thing. Pull them out. 25. Again. Okay, so it's already set to 25. So great. 25. Done. Now my D1 Mini is going to sit in that slot with the pins pointing out this way. So that's going to leave me the space over here to mount this guy. So, but I think what we'll do is call it good. You guys, what do you guys think about that so far? Because I'm tired and it's going to be family coming home real soon here. May try automated blinds after seeing DroneBot Workshop's DC geared motor YouTube video today. Ooh, I haven't seen that. Did he really just do? That's the one I'm gonna do. Mine aren't blinds. I'm doing shades for what it's worth. Oh, what? No. Controlling. Hey. It's all right. It's okay that there's nothing new under the sun. Skip ads. Yeah, this is the same thing. Oh, man. I guess the difference is... Oh, that's good. He's good. I need to be watching this guy. But yeah, that's almost exactly it's a different motor controller, but it's a similar chip that it's based on. And instead of an Arduino, I'm using the D1 Mini. It's interesting. He's got the joystick there. I do have a couple buttons for some control. Very cool. And so he did these with blinds? Oh no, he's doing a robot. Cool. I like his stuff. All right, subscribing. I probably already am subscribed on my other one. Okay. Still having a stream tomorrow. I am not. Padre tiempo. I will be at work. I will be helping relieve labor pains all day tomorrow and all night. So I wanted to get on today and do something. I wanted to get on today and talk about the Banggood lottery thing, which we did. And then I thought we would do a little bit of CAD and talking about some 3D print stuff, which we did. Actually, you know what? This doesn't need to be that wide. Why is it that wide? Oh, you can click on this. When you want to see the dimension of something, you just click on it, and then it's over here. It's 5 millimeters wide. I don't think it needs to be that wide. So what I'm going to do is go into that sketch, and instead of 5, I'm just going to make that 3. Take a few less minutes to print now. His vids are cool. They do look cool. It will create a solid rounded object. Okay, good. Solution to the bottom of the rounded box in TinkerCAD. Create another rounded box. Only set its wall to 100. Oh, very good. Very good. Try Maker Tutor too, although she doesn't talk in her videos. Really? You know, I think there's a lot of... It's too bad. English is such a crappy language. It's too bad that it's become universal. We don't really have one language that we all speak well. I feel bad. I see people do videos and they obviously have supreme intelligence and they have a great idea and a plan and they're teaching something, but they're not confident, at least in their English, and so they don't talk. And they try and just show you, or they put text on the screen and stuff, and those are just hard to watch. I was thinking about videos the other day, because every once in a while I do that, and I was thinking about how important the audio is in videos. Because if you and think about it, if you were trying to watch a YouTube video or a movie or a TV show with no sound, you wouldn't watch it very long. So even though we think of videos as being very visual, they're at least only half visual, right? You can and try this. Instead of watching a video, just listen to it. I've and you guys have probably done this too. We all have kids probably. So taking cross-country trips, you got kids in the back watching a movie. I can't see the movie, but I can hear it. But I'm following the whole story, right? And enjoying it just by hearing it. So I would even venture to say that in something like YouTube, the video part is really not the majority of the important part. The important part, the more important part, and certainly the crucial part not to forget, is the audio. Well, except Charlie Chaplin. Fine. But they didn't have the choice. And look how hard he had to work to make just the visual part worthwhile. Doing a bit of both at the moment. I have a friend over. Oh, cool. Audio is almost more important than video. Yeah. I'm even going to go ahead and say it is more important than video. Honestly, a lot of that is just trauma. You want to record something and then you're panicking and losing words. Yeah, that's true. That might be true. Some of it's hard to get a good audio capture device. I still struggle with that. I love this microphone, but I still have problems tweaking the audio sometimes. Like, it just fell out for some reason in the middle of the stream. Why? Who knows? But the audio just fell out. And I can't take this mic and everywhere with me. So, and you listen to some people, some videos, and some people just have their audio tuning just dialed in. It sounds beautiful. And I didn't think that, it would matter much. No, it matters a lot what the video sounds like. So, but now what if you were deaf? That would suck. Yeah. Sign language, I guess. My wife knows sign language. She has a lot of friends that are deaf. She was actually a deaf interpreter. My wife was. She could still do it. I don't stay on no audio or all music videos very long. Yeah, neither do I. It has to be, if I'm going to stay on and watch an all video, it's got to be really good. Something I really want to know. I can already envision my cats dancing on a 3D printer platform if you bought one. All right. Well, fellas, I think we're about ready to sign off. What do you think? I got a C1 certificate in English, and I'm living in the UK for nearly 3 years. But when I realized that what I say will reach X amount of people, I just can't talk at all. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you to get over that, Alicia. That's certainly hard. Certainly hard. Chaplin had piano music that simulated sound effects. Okay. I wonder, so sound effects, I guess you could probably get some messages across with sound effects, but I'm certainly glad anyways. The point is the audio is really important. So if this lady, Maker Tutor, if she does good videos and has been successful and doesn't talk, then she must be very good. Oh, that's great. Let's help her out. Oh, she's using Final Cut Pro. I know what those are. That's awesome. CD-ROM stepper motor with Arduino. You know what? This might be good. I'm gonna go check her out. All right. Let's see. Who's home? Dawson, do you want to go see if the girls want to do sign off with me? With us? Thank you, Kenner. You love my vids. I appreciate that. I am it's amazing how much time I spend doing this, and it's because I enjoy it. I enjoy it. These are things that I would be doing anyways, and doing videos about it, doing live streams about it is easy and fun, and it's nice to interact. I like that a lot, obviously, it's much easier. Wait, oh, those stuck out the bottom. Curses. They weren't quite lined up. That's why they stuck out the bottom like that. I'd have to fix that. All right. Her vids are good. Just wish she talked through what she was doing. Yeah. Even if it's not great English, it's okay. Look at the guy with the Swiss accent, right? He got a lot of grief. Early on when it was hard, when people didn't understand him and stuff, but he kept at it and he does a great job. Now he's an icon in that community, in our community. He used to do community audio, radio. Explaining physical things in audio is not an easy task. That's for sure. So the reason I was really thinking about it is because the last video I did, the Pycroft video, I did mostly audio, right? I didn't sit in front of the camera and do the floating head thing very much. And part of that was because of my schedule. And it's hard I could do it instead of this, I suppose. But instead of sitting down in front of a camera and talking, it's hard to look at the camera and say, what I've already written that I want to say. That's why I made the teleprompter. And that worked okay, but I can't always do that. And it's hard to, make sure I'm making eye contact with the camera. But it's easy to write out the script and read it into a microphone and then just put, stuff with it. So that's how the next video, the one about the shades, the motorized shades, is going to be like that as well. So give me feedback on it. If you think it's lame, if you want to see more floating head and less just audio, just me talking into the microphone and then showing you pictures and stuff, let me know. Just let me know what you think's important. It probably is more important that the topic be interesting and relevant and that the content is good. And then the difference between whether there's a floating head or whether it's just a voice and pictures, to me, it probably wouldn't matter very much to most people. So, all right, let's do sign off. Let's see. Computer, tell everyone it's time for sign off. Announcing. It's time for sign off. Thanks for being here, guys. Don't forget, if you haven't already signed up, but if you want to get a chance to get those a lottery ticket for the discount on the 3D printer. Again, it's not a free 3D printer. Then head over to Discord. Head over to Discord and sign up. All right. Is Mama home yet? Mama's not home yet, huh? Wow, she's coming late. How was your movie, girls?
Good.
Good. It was so much fun. Did you love it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get to watch it with you soon. Where are you at, Dee? All right, everybody.
Wait, we finished that.
Oh, good. All right. Thanks, Mark, Ron, Justin, everybody. Thanks for being here. All right, guys, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. As
always,
thanks for watching. Until next time,
Adios.
Have a good night, everybody. Probably next stream is Monday, but make sure you tune in for next Sunday when we get Dino Tech on to do some sweet Lovelaceness.
Dad, I can't walk.
You can't walk.